know, a sponge is just not a sponge anymore. You stand in the cleaning aisle, there are so many different options. You have so many different cleaning jobs at home. How are you to know which sponge to buy and which sponge to use for what cleaning task? So in this video, we are going to look at 4 different popular types of sponges. We are going to test them, and I'm going to show you how they perform at different everyday cleaning tasks, so you know exactly which sponge you need to use for what task. And the sponges that we're going to be testing in this video are the Scotch-Brite double-sided scrub sponge. We're going to test the mommy and the daddy. We're going to see which one is harder working. You can talk about that one in the comments. We'll look at the Maker's Clean scrub cloth. And then of course, we're gonna look at this one, which is a chainmail scrubber. Yes, this isn't just from medieval times. It does have modern day applications. Now you'll notice we're not talking about a magic eraser, and that's because we just did a whole video on magic eraser, and I will link that for you down below. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to the Clean My Space YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on that bell so you get notified when we have a new video. This summary intermission is brought to you by Maker's Clean. We are currently having our annual summer sale happening over at makersclean.com and makersclean.ca. I've got a link for you in the description box down below. This is the biggest sale of the year. You can get up to 50% off on our website. You don't need a coupon code. Everything is going to be marked down. So head on over to Maker's Clean and stock up on some of your favorites or find something new to love. All right, I'm just going to talk you through each sponge first. And remember, you can look in the description to see the chapters. So if you want to skip right ahead to one particular sponge, feel free to do that. Okay, so the Scotch-Brite double-sided scrub sponge is something that you have probably seen since you were a child. You probably saw your mom or your grandmother, grandfather, father, whoever in your family cleaning with this because they are so common. And the reason people like these is because they offer 2 cleaning capabilities. On the soft side, you can do a lot of wiping and sort of soft cleaning. And then on the tougher green side, this heavy-duty webbing really scrubs the difficult stuff. Now, green and yellow in Scotch-Brite lingo means heavy duty, so keep that in mind. If you're looking for something that is non-scratch, in Scotch-Brite lingo, you want to look for blue on blue. These are also pretty affordable and readily available. I will say the less expensive versions of these, the glue isn't as good, they come apart quickly. Some of the things I don't love about this sponge is the cellulose backing. This is essentially very thick paper towel. You can't ever disinfect it, and these don't have a lifespan much past 30 days. All right, next up, we have the Scrub family. This is not a puppet show. This is the Scrub Daddy, very famously, and this is the Scrub Mommy, double-sided. Does she work harder? We'll have to find out. But the reason why people go crazy over the Scrub family is because of this flex texture, this really, really firm sponge material. When it heats up, it gets softer. When it's cold, it's harder. So it does give you flexibility in terms of how you need to clean. Like if you have a heavy duty cleaning job, you can kind of use cold water. If you have a situation where you don't need as much scrub power, you can use warmer water. Obviously, you're going to use soap with these as well. The eyes are really good because they provide you with some scrub leverage, and then the smile can be used to wash your cutlery. That's exactly why that's there. On the Scrub Mommy, you also have this foam on the back, which is good for suds. The reason why people like these is because they are non-scratching, they are dishwasher safe. My issue with the Scrub family has always been the porosity of the material. Because it's so large, if you look, right down at it, it means that it can kind of entrap food and particles, and it's really hard for them to get out. So I remember I was testing this one time on my blender after I made a smoothie with a bunch of chia seeds, and you could see like chia seeds right down to the core of the earth in the middle of the sponge. But all that to say, it does scrub and clean really, really well. Again, I wouldn't give the lifespan of these more than 30 days. All right, next up, we've got the Maker's Clean scrub cloth. It's this square-shaped scrubber. It's double-sided, microfiber on one side, and sort of a soft everyday scrubber on the other side. This is machine washable. So unlike the other sponges that you can put in a washing machine, but you can never quite make sure they are totally clean, this one can go right in the washing machine and it comes out looking like new. The soft side can also be used to wipe other surfaces like counters or sinks, and it's also a non-scratch material. Now, of course, this has its limitations. You can't use it for any heavy-duty cleaning jobs. This is something that you would want to use on basic messes that don't require a lot of extra scrubbing, but as soon as you have a heavy-duty mess, the scrub cloth is not going to get you the job done. And this is a Chainmail Scrubber. It is made out of stainless steel chainmail, which looks kind of sexy. What's neat about this is it's great for cast iron cleaning. It is safe, so it won't scratch, but it lifts everything off. As you can see, the loops are large enough so you're not going to have like pieces of egg stuck in here, which is so gross when you are cleaning a cast iron pan. And the best part is that it won't remove the seasoning, the patina that you work so hard to build up on your cast iron. This rinses clean and dries really easily. However, the limit is this is only usable on cast iron. In fact, if you use this on anything else, you might look a little bit crazy and you would definitely ruin it. All right, first up, we've got a cast iron pan, and I fried an egg with no oil and also added some cheese and let it sort of crisp up. Once it cooled though, I decided to just test the heavy-duty Scotch-Brite sponge as well as the Chainmail Scrubber, because I already knew I would not use a Scrub Daddy for this because the egg would just gross me out in the sponge too much, and the Chainmail Scrubber is designed specifically for this job. So I wanted to test it against the Scotch-Brite sponge, which is what I would normally go to. Now just note, you don't use any dish soap when you're cleaning a cast iron pan, and what you'll see is that the Scotch-Brite sponge can indeed get some of it off. However, it did start to fray the webbing a little bit, meaning that it was a lot of work. It was kind of putting the sponge into overload. The other thing to be aware of is that the other half of the sponge is really not usable for this purpose. Now, when we look at the chainmail, it still does require elbow grease, especially because you have no assist from the dish soap. But what you will notice is that once scrubbed, it comes perfectly clean. There is no scratching. And of course, none of that beautiful patina has come off. Also, I love how easily this rinses clean. If only all cleaning tools could be this easy to maintain. So in this case, when you're cleaning cast iron, reach for your Chainmail Scrubber. All right, next up, we have this casserole dish, and we put some baked macaroni in there with extra cheese, so you knew we were really putting this thing to the test. So to this, I'm adding a small squirt of dish soap and a little bit of water, and I kicked it off with the Scotch-Brite. So as you can see, the Scotch-Brite's actually doing a pretty good job of lifting off any of that burnt on crust, even though it hasn't had much time to sit with the dish soap and water. But I'm gonna put that to the side for a minute because I really wanna put Scrub Daddy to the test here. Now, I didn't use hot water. I wanted to see how it did in colder water because I kind of like the firm texture here. So I want to see how that's going to do. Now, as I'm scrubbing, I'm noticing that buildup is coming up. It's just taking a bit more time. And I'm a little surprised by this, I have to say, because I actually thought the Scrub Daddy would outperform the Scotch-Brite. However, while I was doing my cleaning, I realized that when it came down to preference, I actually preferred to use the Scotch-Brite. The other thing that I noticed is that when I was rinsing the sponges after this work was done, the Scotch-Brite sponge came cleaner faster, and there wasn't any of that gunk left behind the way I saw some of that left behind in the Scrub Daddy. The Scrub Daddy still did a pretty good job, but I would say in this case, I preferred using the Scotch-Brite. All right, next up, I made a beautiful concoction of vegetable oil and ketchup, a famous meal nowhere in the world, but it does make a real mess. So it left me with a pretty gritty and dirty, greasy pan, to which I added a small squirt of dish soap and a little bit of water once it cooled. And I'm gonna be challenging Scrub Daddy versus Scotch-Brite on this one, because this is exactly what both of these products are designed to deal with. All right, so I'm starting here with the Scrub Daddy, and you know what? Things are lifting off nicely. It still is taking a bit of elbow grease. Again, we're dealing with that same issue of particles flowing and kind of getting stuck inside the sponge, which is a big, big pet peeve of mine. I'm gonna switch over to the Scotch-Brite now. The thing that always bugs me about the Scotch-Brite is that you've got the half of the sponge that is just the cellulose side, that yellow side that in this case is pretty useless. You could always use just the scrub pad, but you can see here it's actually doing a pretty good job, and the webbing isn't fraying. The webbing is doing its work, so it's being challenged right where it needs to be challenged. What's nice is this pan obviously came beautifully clean. When I look at how the sponges rinsed out, I was more impressed with how the Scotch-Brite rinsed as compared to the Scrub Daddy. And again, that's because Scotch-Brite has this tightly woven webbing, whereas Scrub Daddy has this foam that has large holes in it. So it's just a matter of what you prefer. So in this case, when you're dealing with a greasy pan, my recommendation is to grab that Scotch-Brite. Okay, so we're gonna change gears and deal with some of the everyday stuff that you might have at home. So we'll start off with some plates, then we'll move on to cutlery and knives. And I'm gonna be challenging the Maker's Clean Scrub Cloth against the Scrub Mommy. So Scrub Mommy is really good for your dishes, your sinks, sort of your moderate jobs, not your heavy duty stuff. And our scrub cloth is designed for everyday scrubbing as well. So I'm just adding a little bit of dish soap and some water to these bowls and get started with my scrubbing. All right, over here we've got the Scrub Mommy, and it definitely does get a little bit more foamy. I should mention, foaminess doesn't necessarily equate to better cleaning powers, so just keep that in mind. And you'll notice that it still does require quite a bit of scrubbing to get this bowl clean. I'm gonna move over to the Maker's Clean Scrub Cloth, and over here I'm having a pretty good experience. It does require quite a bit of scrubbing because I'm dealing with baked on macaroni, but everything's coming off. The difference here is in how it fits into your hand. So the scrub cloth is very flexible, it's easy to move around, crumple up, expand, whereas the Scrub Mommy is a fixed shape. Now you can kind of stick your fingers in the eyes and use that to get some leverage, which is clever, but if we're comparing the two, I found the Maker's Clean Scrub Cloth a little bit easier to use. Now when it came to cutlery, the Scrub Daddy Scrub Mommy's Smile is designed specifically for you to jam cutlery right in there to get it clean. In the States you call it silverware. I know, make fun of my Canadian, that's fine. And you know what? Sure, I'll give it to you. It's easier to clean than, having to maneuver a square shaped scrubber around a spoon. But both of them came nice and clean fairly easily. And with a knife, I actually preferred to use the scrub cloth only because I could see where the knife was coming out. Whereas when I was kind of putting it through Scrub Mommy's mouth there, it was kind of hard to see where the knife was coming out the back, and I didn't want to, stab my beautiful little finger. Again, Scrub Mommy is performing beautifully. My biggest issue is comfort and also any of the food particles that are getting stuck in the foam. Whereas the Maker's Clean Scrub Cloth doesn't have as much scrubbing power as Scrub Mommy. There are other benefits, for example, flexibility, as well as the fact that you can machine wash it, and it's flat enough so it doesn't cling on to any of that debris. Now we'll move over to the counter where I smeared a bunch of Rice Krispies and milk on the counter several hours ago, and this gets very sticky and very hard, so it's quite challenging to clean. I sprayed down the counter with some all-purpose cleaner, just a bit of dish soap and water, let it sit for a minute, and then I got to work. I did have better success with the scrub cloth as compared to Scrub Mommy, but again, Scrub Mommy did a decent enough job. What I like about both of these is that they're double-sided, so you can flip the cloth or the sponge over and you can have that soft side so you can easily wipe away any of that soapy residue before you rinse and buff the surface dry. Now let's get down to scouring the sink. I just decided to go very basic with dish soap because I wanted the tool to do the work. So in one sink I used the scrub cloth, in one sink I used the Scrub Mommy, and you know what? They both did a beautiful job. I can't say that one did a better job than the other. I think really what it comes down to is your preference, and your preference lies in the hand feel of the tool. So do you want something that you can really grip on like Scrub Mommy, or do you want like a scrub square that's really flexible and easy to manipulate? Something you can like sort of fold, get into corners, get in and around the drain area. It's totally up to you. Whatever makes your cleaning hands happy is what you you need to go with, because from a performance standpoint, they were both doing the same thing, and there wasn't like a ton of gritty buildup like that disgusting oily ketchup or the macaroni and cheese that was getting caked on or caught in anything. All right, my friends, so now you know when you're in the sponge aisle exactly which sponge to pick for what cleaning job. And fast forward, when you're at home and you've got some cleaning to do ahead of you, you'll know exactly which sponge is and is not okay for the task at hand. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, what is your go-to cleaning tool, sponge-wise, in the kitchen? Is it one of them that I mentioned here? Is it the magic eraser? Is it something else that I've never heard of? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like what we do here at Clean My Space, consider becoming one of our members. I'll also let you know that we've sort of revamped our newsletter. It's called The Dirty Dish. It is so cool, and I'm really proud of it. If you want to check it out, I've got a link to that as well down below. By the way, if you want to check out our magic eraser video, it's right over here. Shocking things that you can clean with a magic eraser. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.